Once again, things are heating up between the United States and Iran. Concerning statements, God forbid the potential of a major war, who knows, in the nuclear world. And once again, tremendous tension between the United States and Iran. But I sometimes don't think we understand fully the spiritual implication of what's going on and how the Jewish people and the return to Yerushalayim is at the core and essence of perhaps the ultimate solution. What is at the core of the Iranian-United States tension? The Iranian Ayatollahs have written time and time again that the biggest issue with the United States is its open secular society. The fact that it lacks a moral compass in the view of the Iranians, it lacks the theocratic spiritual center of the soul of a society, and it has divorced itself from the moorings of religious responsibility. And hence, Rahman al-Islam, the Satan, the secular universalistic values which are distant from religious values, to quote the Iranian leaders. The United States, of course, views Iran, as the Western world does correctly, of course, that here is a religious fundamentalist regime which may not stop at anything, even illogically, to use nuclear weapons or whatever it might be, in the name of religion, in the name of fundamentalism, to endanger the entire world. Religious fundamentalism, open secular values, seems to be irreconcilable. Jerusalem and the Jewish people's mission is to bring this together. The Eastern deep commitment to religious fundamentalism and the Western open, accepting, democratic, pluralistic, universalistic society. This is the mission of the Jewish people, to bridge these two together. And at the heart of this conflict and this contrast and ultimately reconciliation is Yerushalayim. At the end of the day, Yerushalayim has an East and a West Jerusalem, West part of the new Western world and East part of the ancient religious world. The old city, the Kotel, the quarters, and of course all of East Yerushalayim. And these two came together in 1967, with great miracles, as we know, bringing the Jewish people forward to fulfilling this mission. Incredibly, it is that Yerushalayim has two names. The Midrash famously says in Midrash Rabbah that the two times that Jerusalem is mentioned in the book of Bereshit, once it is called Yireh in the Akedah, in the act, so to speak, of religious fundamentalism, where Abraham is prepared to sacrifice his son, his only son, in the name of religious values. Mind-boggling. There he says, Hashem Yireh, says God will show, God vision as well as fear, a place of religious vision and even fear of God, that Abraham fears God, a place of religious fundamentalism, doing anything and everything almost on the altar of religious values. But it's also called Shalem, Salem, Shalem, Melchizedek Melech Shalem. The king comes out, the king of righteousness is his name in chapter 14 in Bereshit, the king of Shalem, the king of righteousness, the king of peace and harmony. And says the Midrash, who is the real Jerusalem? What is the real Jerusalem? Is it a place of shalom, of world peace, of harmony, of justice, of universal values, Melchizedek, the king of justice? Or is it Yireh, a place of fear of God, a place of doing anything on the altar of religious values? It is, of course, both. The Jewish people's mission to be a light unto the nations, and Jerusalem's mission is to bridge East and West, to bridge fundamentalistic, deep commitment to God and the values of the Torah as we see them, of course, and to the open, beautiful in values of inclusivism and everything that the world of universal human values brings. Bridging the gap, Yireh Shalem, not two cities but one, Yerushalayim, bring it together. And may we see, please God, as we've merited over the last 52 years, this unity, this returning to the roots of the Jewish people's mission, of touching the end of history, of feeling of moving Jewish history forward, to be able to bring it together and be the light to the nations, so desperately needed today, to bring East and West together and to reconcile the values at the heart of so much human conflict. Shabbat Shalom, Yom Yerushalayim Sameach.